language pathologist, and I'm gonna work with you, evaluating your voice today.
Okay.
Okay, so, I can hear your voice is breathy, so can you tell me a little bit about your voice, when it started, what happened, maybe, is there anything it's linked to?
Well, I think it happened about a month ago is when it started. I got sick and I was in the hospital for a little bit. But I've been out and I feel pretty good. It's just my voice isn't very good anymore.
And what were you sick in the hospital with?
Well, they weren't 100% sure, but I think it was just a really bad, like pneumonia or something like that.
Okay, let's see. I have your your history here.
Yes.
Let's see, what do you do for a living? And how is this affecting your life?
Well, I'm a teacher, and it makes it really difficult because I can't get my voice out loud enough. So I've had to use a microphone.
Has that helped any?
Yeah, but I'm still so tired.
Yes. It is
By the end of the day.
exhausting to speak that way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the Cape V.
Okay.
We're gonna review the Cape V. Okay. Trying to think. I do E for 3 to 5 seconds. Good. Now repeat these sentences. The blue spot is on the key again.
The blue spot is on the key again. How hard did he hit him?
Okay. And now I'm going to have you do a few tasks for me.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
For the first one, we're going to have you say, as long as you can in your normal voice. So take a breath and say, for as long as you can. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, completing that. It's a little shorter than it normally should be, and I will share these. Normally, any woman 16 or over should be able to do 15 to 25 seconds, and your 3 were probably, let's see, 5, 6, and 7 seconds.
Oh no.
So we will work on that. It makes sense to the way your voice sounds, but we're going to try and look through your case history and do this perceptual and try and figure out why your voice is breathy.
Okay.
And why you're running out of air when you are speaking. Okay, the next task is called an SZ ratio. So I'm going to have you do these sounds. That's an S sound. As long as you can hold it. So take a breath and do an S sound just like I did. Okay, we're going to do that a Z this time. We're going to do Z as long as you can hold a Z sound, just like I did. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times also. Finally, I'm going to have you read this passage. And I'm going to time you reading this.
Okay.
So whenever you start, just read in your normal voice at a normal pace. You don't have to hurry, you don't have to do this slowly, just as you normally would read out loud.
Okay. You wish to know all about my grandfather. Well, he's nearly 93 years old, yet he still thinks as swiftly as ever. He dresses himself in an old black frock coat, usually several buttons missing.
It looks like this S-Z ratio, when you had to do the S's and the Z's, is out of the normal range, which you probably figured. You can tell your voice is breathy, and sometimes the voice didn't even, your voice, the only difference is the voicing when you're doing S and Z, so sometimes the voice wasn't even working. A lot of air is escaping through your voice. And we will use this reading rate, I would use that mostly to see how many syllables you could say on a breath, which, because you're losing a lot of air, is also something that's gonna be less now, and hopefully when we work on your voice, through voice therapy, you will be able to more easily read that passage or even talk at work. And maybe not have to use your amplification, although amplification with especially a large class is always good.
Yeah.
So,
So,
do you have any questions for me?
so what caused this?
That's a good question. I'll have to look through your case history. If you really only had you had an upper respiratory infection, went to the hospital, and then didn't have your voice, or your voice, did you lose it during your respiratory infection?
Yeah, it got worse during the infection.
And then just hasn't come back yet?
Well, they had to put a breathing tube in for a little bit
Okay.
too.
Okay. So I would wanna get I'd wanna get the medical records from when you were in the hospital and see if there's anything that had happened. Did you have any surgery or just a breathing tube?
I had the
help you.
breathing tube for about 3 days, and then my voice was definitely weaker and just hasn't quite gotten back yet. But did the tube break my voice?
I can't answer that question. I will get the medical records and find out what I can find out from them. I'll probably talk to your doctor. Back to me. Oh, have you seen an ENT yet, an ear, nose, throat doctor?
No, I don't think.
Okay, so I think definitely one of my first recommendations is gonna be to see an ear, nose, throat doctor, an ENT, just to see, if there's anything structurally wrong. They'll be able to tell if anything did happen to your vocal fold. If sometimes there's irritation from a breathing tube. And if not, we can do further testing, but I think that's the first step. Before I do any voice therapy, I'd like to see what they see.
Appreciate it.
And you have my number, you can call me or email me with the results.
Thank you so